How do we identify the geometric sequence?
It's T2 divided by T1.
It's T2 divided
Common
by
ratio.
T1. So we have to find a common
Common
ratio.
ratio.
All right. So basically we
Yes.
identified by finding a common ratio. That's the only way we can identify this is by finding a common ratio. And your common ratio, as you said, it will be R is equals to T2 divided by T1. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, just remember a geometric sequence. For us to actually identify a geometric sequence, we need a common ratio. Once we have a common ratio, to find the sum, we're going to use this formula that I just gave you, which is a into 1 minus r to the exponent of n divided by 1 minus r, where r may not be equal to 1, all right? And for the series to converge, meaning that to find the sum to infinity, the absolute value of the sum to infinity, r must always be between -1 and +1. If r is not within that boundary, then your series will not converge. Instead, it will diverge. So it's either your series diverges or it converges. Now for B, for your series to diverge, r can be any value. And in that scenario, you may not find the value of the sum to infinity of that series, especially when it diverges. You will never find the value of the geometric sequence when it diverges. Are we together there?
So if it diverges,
There's no
there
value
is no
because it keeps on going up, 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 but we don't reach a specific value.
oh, okay.
You sure you get it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. May I proceed now?
Just quickly writing down.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done writing.
All right. I'm just erasing this. All righty. Okay. All right. I'm nearly done. Just now. Okay. Let us look at this question here. How do we do it? Let's first determine the general term. How would you determine the general term?
By seeing if it has either uh second difference,
Yes.
first common difference, or common ratio.
Now, this one, what does it have?
It has a common first difference, a first common difference.
How much is that?
It's +2.
So, what type of sequence is it?
It's arithmetic
Thank you.
sequence.
Since it's arithmetic, which TN formula are you going to use to find the general term?
Gonna use Tn
Mhm.
equals A plus open bracket n minus 1
So there it is.
close bracket d.
What will be A?
A will be 3.
A will be 3. And what will be D?
D will be 2.
How did you get that 2?
5 minus 3.
So you took 5, you subtracted 3, and it gave you 2.
Yes.
And then where there's D, you will substitute 2. Where there's A, you will substitute 3. Do we agree?
Yes.
And this is what you will have. What do you do next?
Then we multiply the 2
So you'll
inside the
multiply 2
bracket.
with this and the 2 with that.
Yes.
How much would you get?
And then we're gonna get 3 plus 2n minus 2.
Perfect. Now these two are like terms, right?
Yes.
So what can we do?
We're gonna say 3 minus 2 equals 1.
So you'll be left with 2n plus 1. We good?
Yes.
And this is now the formula that you can use to find anything that they want. And the thing is, it's either they want n or they want tn. You got it?
So now when do you know that they want Tn and n? Because that's the one that confuses me. As of where do I substitute?
Now, what you need to understand, n is always the position. You got it?
Okay.
And tn is the value of the term. So if the question asks you, well, if the question requires you to answer this way, um, it is the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, you must just know that they're asking for n. If it forces you to give that type of an answer, you get it?
So now if they say find the 5th term,
Now, when they say find the 5th term, does your answer have 5th, 6th?
no.
It simply says the 5th term is. If your answer says is, like is 5, is 6, is 7, you must just know that they want Tn.
Oh, okay.
Are we good?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
May I proceed?
Yes, sir.
How do we calculate the 20th term now?
Um, we're gonna substitute 20 into n
20 into n. How do you know this is n?
because it has that th.
Exactly. So you take your general term, where there's n, you substitute 20. So T20 will be 41.
Okay.
We're still good.
Yes.
Okay. Which term will be equal to 61?
We're gonna substitute 61 into Tn.
Because your answer will normally say it's normally the 3rd, the 2nd, the 5th, so on. So you're
Yes.
right. Where there's Tn, I will substitute 61 and solve for n. And in this case, n will just be 30.
Okay.
We're still good.
Yes.
May I proceed?
Yes.
Check this one here. The nice thing about this question is that what did they give us?
They told us what sequence it is.
So immediately they tell you what sequences it is. You just know that you have to use the nth term, right?
Yes.
Which is normally which is normally Tn. Do you agree?
Yes.
It is Tn is equals to what?
Tn equals,
Oh, I just gave it to you.
yes.
But there's a problem with this question. We don't have the first term and we don't have the common difference. So it makes it very difficult for us to find any term because we do not have the general term. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
The only thing they gave us here for us to enable us to calculate the general term, they gave you what n is, and they said n is 6, right?
Yes.
If n is 6, what is this 13?
It's Tn.
It is Tn. So if n is 6, Tn will be 13. You got it.
Yes.
So I'm just going to use this general term because they're talking about terms. I'm going to use the general term, and where there's Tn, I will substitute 13, and where there's n, I will substitute 6. Are we good?
Yes.
And when I simplify this, this is what I will get. 13 is equals to a plus 5d.
Yes.
We just call that equation number 1.
So now if they give it to you like that, you need to find an equation.
Yes.
Okay.
Please give me the equation for this one. What is it going to be?
Mm, it's gonna be Tn will be 31
Yes.
equals to a plus open bracket 15 minus 1
So this
d.
is what you're going to
And
get.
then yes, and then it's gonna be 31 equals a plus 14d.
This is it.
Yes.
And then what do we do from here?
We're gonna we're gonna go back to the first equation,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna take 5d to the left side, and it's gonna be 13 minus 5d equals a.
And we call that equation number 3, right?
Yes.
And then what do we do with equation number 3?
We substitute equation number 3 into equation number 2.
So we're going to substitute this whole thing into equation number 2. Where in equation number 2? What are we going to substitute for 13 minus 5d in equation number 2?
For a.
So where there's a, we're going to put in that 13 minus 5d.
Yes.
So that's what I did, okay? And this is what I will have. Are we good? Hello? Hello? Tsakani? Tsakani?